Okay, should be back in business here. Okay, so I was talking about the open option program where we left off. So going back into that, we got some statistics about it here, but most of the students that go in the program end up not changing their major. So go back to the presentation mode here. We do have a study abroad program at UCM as well as an honors college. So if you're wanting to study abroad, it doesn't just have to be a whole semester. It can be an entire academic year to as little as 2 weeks. So you get a lot of flexibility with that. What it means to have partnerships and study abroad, it means you pay the same amount that you pay at UCM in any place you go. So you don't have a difference in tuition. It's purely a partnership with the other institutions. And then the honors college, a really cool fact about that is we have a mentorship and resume booster component of it, which also supports the research that you get to do. So you get to have funding for your own honors college project. So that's really helpful when you guys are looking to stand out when it comes to graduation and applying for jobs. So you don't have to pay for the research project. We've had students go to different conferences. They pay for the whole thing, including travel, the meal, lodging. So a lot of good benefits part of that program. Another reason why students end up choosing UCM or just a college in general, this should be on their list, is what is that campus climate going to be like? What is it going to be like to be on campus, be a part of that learning community, that living community? At UCM, we have 14 different residence halls. So that is 14 different places for you guys to stay. They all look the same. They're the same sizes. It has the same furniture. And so it's suite style. So it's 2 rooms joined by a full bathroom. So it's a lot more privacy. And we're one of the few schools in Missouri to offer the suite style arrangement for all of our living situations. And then we have 14 different dining options too. So that encompasses 2 dining halls. So it's a ton of different food choices throughout there. It's kind of like your guys' cafeteria, but way more options and a lot bigger. And then as far as the other options go, we have Chick-fil-A, we have a Spin Pizza, 2 Starbucks on campus, Einstein's, and a lot of other little chain restaurants too. So a unique thing about UCM is we have the special housing interest programs. So those are called SHIPs. So you can live on the same floor as other students within your major. It's really helpful if you are in a certain major like aviation and the airport's about a mile away from campus. So a lot of them will be carpooling there, nursing. There's a lot of study groups that they form. Some of those you don't even have to necessarily be in the major. So music and theater, if you just have an interest in it, you can be a part of those special housing interest programs. And then the SAIL, Safe and Inclusive Living, is for students that are on the LGBTQ spectrum. So being able to live on the same floor as other people that have the same interests as you is always a great way to make additional friends in college. We do have some campus apartments too. So a couple of those there, they pretty much almost look the same as dorms, except they knocked out a wall just to make a 1-bedroom apartment. So the student organizations on campus, we have over 200. So most of them are going to be academic and departmental, but there's everything from Greek life to religious organizations. Like most schools, if you don't have a organization that you see, you can always make your own. But we also have intramural sports too. So if playing Division II athletics is not your thing, but you still want to play for the love of the game, we have a lot more intramurals that we offer. So Quidditch being one of them. With the support you get on campus. So we talked about what majors we offer. We talked about what it would look like to be a student at UCM. As far as staying at UCM, this is what we have to offer. So one of the most challenging things about college is adjusting to the different schedule, adjusting to the different classes that you're offered, because it's a big change from high school to college. So we have a lot of support in place to help our students be successful and stay in college. So part of that being the Success Advising Center. So you will have an academic advisor assigned to you based on your major, and they will help you with enrolling in classes, working on your 4-year plan, making sure that everything you guys are in is going to be on track towards graduation. They'll also help you if you're wanting to double major or do any minors. And then we also have academic support through in-person and online resources. So that includes tutoring in all of our general education classes. If you have trouble writing papers, we have support in editing services from the Writing Center in the library. And then there's free career counseling and free mental health services on campus. And we're the only public institution in Missouri with an accredited counseling center. So one of the biggest things is affordability. So I don't know if this will actually play, but it's just a video about more of the financial aid stuff. But so a lot of what that video highlighted is what I'm going to highlight next. So as far as the costs go at UCM, this is the total price per year, not per semester. It's significantly more affordable than most universities as far as the tuition goes. Textbooks are going to be a part of almost anywhere you go to college. If it's not included in there, it's usually within the general fees. The residence hall meal plan, that is our dining hall, and then the meal plan that goes with it. This is not like going to be something that you guys would have to pay for all 4 years. We have a 2-year housing agreement on campus. If you want to be exempt from that, you just have to live 65 miles away or less from campus, and you can be exempt. I'll get into some of our scholarships. So we are a test optional university. We do super score as well. So if you're wanting to get that test optional admission, you still get a $1,000 Red and Black scholarship, and you don't have to submit an ACT or SAT, and you just need to have a 2.75 GPA or above. And you'll get that every single year if you maintain a 2.5 GPA. As far as if you guys were to take the ACT, that's where you can get a little bit extra scholarship money there. So it can go up to $4,500, which would be $18,000 over the course of 4 years. It's automatic. You don't have to fill out anything special for it. It's just if we take a look at your ACT, if you send it in, you would automatically qualify for it. And once you apply and you're admitted, you can keep resending your ACT or SAT or your updated GPA, and we can keep updating things. So you're not set on where you apply. So here's just kind of an example of how a super scored works. So if you take the ACT 3 times, obviously you get the same composite score, but different sub scores for different things. We'll take the highest sub scores for that. We have several other scholarships. So first of all, anything external, as long as it's not through another university, we'll accept that. One of those being the Casey Scholars. So if anybody's within the Casey Scholars Network, we actually have a full ride scholarship for that. The A+ recognition scholarship is available to first-time freshmen. It's $500 for your freshman year, and you can get it again your sophomore year. So there is the UCM Scholarship Finder. So it's our foundation scholarships. You do one application and you can apply to multiple different scholarships with that. And then we also have the Ucm Bound out-of-state scholarship. So this is automatically applied to anybody who lives within any bordering states of UCM. Then we also have the dual credit scholarship. So if you take any dual credit classes through UCM, those can be applied to a additional scholarship worth $1,000 per year. And then a little bit about the community of Warrensburg. So it's population 20,000. We're about an hour away from Kansas City. It's, as far as the community goes, it's really like a college town because everything revolves around the university. It's very involved in just the sports on campus, the partnerships within the town. So they're doing our big like homecoming football game, and the town is very involved in that. There's always like a street fair and parade before some of the bigger events, and the town is very active within that. And there's a lot of student discounts around for being a UCM student, which is a huge perk too. And I will say the cost of living in Warrensburg is much more affordable than it is in Kansas City. So that was something I really appreciated as a student. So living off campus, like getting an apartment or renting a house, was significantly more affordable than if I were to be doing that in the Kansas City area. So steps to apply. If you choose to send your scores, it's completely optional, but there is actually a no application fee right now. So now through December 1st, you don't have to pay an application fee. And then just sending your high school transcripts, and they can be unofficial for when you first apply. And then I would say the only deadline would be the foundation scholarships, which are due by February 1st. We do have some transfer requirements. I think that's more on the next page, but this is just kind of give you guys an idea of what our campus kind of looks like as far as some of the main buildings that are on there. And then I think that is it. So I'll stop that and show you guys really quickly. So this is an example of kind of what the campus tour would look like. So this is the main quad area of campus. So when you come to visit, this is the oldest area located within our campus. So go forward a little bit, and you guys are able to do this kind of on your own, but this is like the center of campus. All of the stone buildings are going to be our academic buildings, and all the red buildings and brick are going to be our residence halls. So this is where you would start in that building right there, but I'm going to show you guys some fun things around campus. So we got our Student Recreation and Wellness Center. This is the free gym for all of our students. So this is a part of the tuition that you pay. You can go into it for free. So the gym area, got several different basketball courts in there. We got a full-story rock wall, so I'll go in there a little bit further. And I can send you guys this link so you can see it a little bit more. But one of my favorite parts is the rock wall in there. So really big area, but super fun for all of our students. It's absolutely free for everybody to use. Tons of workout equipment in there. They get a lot of different fun events that we have going on. I'll show you guys. So the Learning Commons. So whenever you guys are wanting some free tutoring for anything, this is where you guys would go for that. It's located within our library. So library is a huge area on campus. It's probably as big as some of your guys' high schools, but absolutely ginormous building. Service desk. So there is lots of options in there. It's 3 stories, so you go up all the way to the top. I'll show you guys the counseling center. So this is where you guys, I was kind of talking about this before, but where it's located within the Humphreys building, but you can go there, get all your services for free, kind of back in the quad here. This is where you guys will go if you ever do a campus visit. So it's admissions office. So you'll just go right there. It's the visitor center. This actually used to be our old library, so it's kind of set up weird, but we have a flag representing all the students who have attended UCM from other countries. So neat building there. I'll show you guys some cool things from around campus. So Pearl Springs is, we have a full golf course as a part of our campus. We get a really neat restaurant. It's called Traditions. And they got a really nice area where you can eat outside, watch people play golf, get the golf course. Also got Semel Park. So that is the Friendship Tower on campus. It's right next to where the football stadium is. So all our football events, and I'll show you guys a little bit better what that looks like. Go back. Athletics. So there is the stadium on campus. So we got one of our traditions is to take a picture with the mule when you start. It's supposed to be good luck. But yep, that is our big stadium on campus. So I'll show you guys inside that a little bit more. our field. So this is the home side of the field. This is the visitor side, but all our football games are free for our students to get into. This is also the crossing. So we got a little sand volleyball court, and then even more over here. So we have one of our Starbucks over there. We got our university store, got spin pizza you can eat out over there. I'll show you guys what one of the residence halls looks like, just really quick. But since we're at the crossing, might as well show you guys the university store. And then we got Starbucks coffee, and then we got the residence hall facility, because these are actually, you can go in there and there's apartments within there. So I think we got some pictures of the inside. So this is what some of the apartments on campus look like. So pretty nice. You get a view of the stadium too. So out there. I'll show you guys the Ellis Residence Hall. So this is actually one of the halls I lived in when I was a student here. So going inside, this is kind of a view of what the rec kind of looks like from the outside. On the inside, it's just like kind of your standard residence hall, but we got a dining hall located within there. There's free laundry facilities. Can go get ice cream and laugh with your friends. And this is kind of an example of what one of the dorms looks like. So that's a suite style bathroom. And like I was saying, everything in there is the same dimensions. So let's see if I can show you what a student suite looks like. So this is what our showroom looks like. If you guys were on a campus tour, this is the exact room you guys would see. So you've got your bed, 2 desks. You can rent a fridge, rent a loft, rent a futon, or you can bring your own. You've got your 2 closets here. And the cool thing about living on campus is everybody kind of keeps their doors open. So it's a really fun environment just for kind of meeting new people. So I'll show you guys over here. That's kind of what that looks like for the suite style bathrooms. And let's see what else I can kind of show you guys. I think that kind of covers a lot of what you guys would see on campus, but the administration building is really cool. It's one of our older buildings on campus. My favorite ones, kind of looks like Hogwarts looking. I will stop sharing my screen unless you guys want to see anything else, and I can always go back to this, but I think that pretty much covers it. We also got the Multicultural Center. It's in the Union, which I didn't show you guys, so I'll show you guys that really quick. So this is kind of like the they have the Success Advising Center in there. There's a bowling alley in there. That's where we give a lot of our presentations. Eats in there. So a lot of different options. People go in there and they kind of study. That's the Starbucks now. Got Chick-fil-A in there, Taco Bell. Bowling alley is a really fun part of it. It's pretty much almost free for students. But yeah, that is, I think, the very last part of what I want to show you guys.